Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video, and in this video we are going to be doing a free-to-play experiment. We're going to be doing what I'm going to call the free-to-play showdown, and we're going to see who is the best free-to-play DPS in the game. I have worked out a completely scientific experiment to get to the bottom of this once and for all. But before we do that, there is something that you guys might not know, and I'm going to show you just now. There is a new code available in the game. So if you go to here, you can get yourself some lovely goodies by typing in EVO 2023. So that's EVO 2023. If you put in that code, you'll get yourself 500 diamonds. For some reason, a copy of Dan. Not quite sure why we're getting a copy of Dan, but hey ho, you're not going to complain about some free stuff, are you? So let's go ahead and do this free-to-play showdown, shall we? So who is going to make up this showdown and how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to do it in two places. First, we're going to do it in here. We're going to do it in the guild Shadowlands, and we're going to do it in Path of Fire. Okay, so I am going to affect my score, and I'm going to get less from this today than I normally would. Okay, so let's set up the first team. Okay, so the team is going to stay the same for all three runs, and we're going to see who basically gets the most points using their combo 1 and their combo 3. Now, I know that we could maybe make better teams, but want the variables to be exactly the same for every single one of these teams, okay? So this is the exact setup we're going to use on all of them, and we're going to do one run just now, see what the outcome is, and then do the same again and the same again using the free characters, and then we're going to do it in the event and just see overall in the scientific test who is the best DPS, and I am going to declare it as a fact, right? So I'm going to do this on auto, not manual, no variables like did I get the timing better on that run than I did on this run. We're 100% just doing this auto and seeing what the final outcome is. See what we get, see what our score is. Overall, because the team isn't ultimately changing, the overall score we get from this could count, but we're going to look at the individuals, okay? So we will look at the individual scores to see how much we got with each character, and yeah, we'll see between the two events who comes out on top and who is being called the best free-to-play DPS in the game. I have my suspicion now who it's going to be, but we shall see, we shall see. So that is Viper's run done and in the bag. So it's 78 million. We can't actually go in and see the overall on this, but we can on the boss event, I believe. Maybe we can't, but you know, still scientific, whatever. 78 million, right? Okay, so we are tagging out Viper and we are putting in Guile. I should state all three of these characters have fully maxed out fighting spirit, and they all have 6/6 vehicles, okay? So it is a fair comparison, they have the same stuff, okay? Max vehicles, max fighting spirit. So now it's Guile's turn up to bat. He has 78 million to beat on the exact same team setup. Can he do it? Cast your votes down below. So let's go. So again, I know that we could tune the teams, we could make the teams slightly different, but we are running this under the exact same criteria, the exact same variables. They all have the same chance to shine, the same chance to perform. So it's just going to give us a bit of a baseline to see overall who is getting the most amount of points in the current setup that we are running, okay? So I don't know if Guile's actually going to beat Viper here, to be completely honest, and I'm sorry that my child has decided at this exact moment to make a lot of background noise, but Guile did actually come up on trumps. He did come out at 86 million, so Guile is going to be added into the bank at 86 million. So last up in this absolutely scientifically validated method of checking who is the best DPS, we've got who would have been my pick going into this, Dhalsim. But now I'm like, oh, is Dhalsim actually going to be able to get the same kind of numbers as Guile? We shall see. But let's go. So it's now Dhalsim's chance to come up and bat. Dhalsim needs time. Dhalsim needs time to build up. That's kind of how Dhalsim works. So I don't know actually if Dhalsim is going to come up here and pull out the numbers that we've seen from the likes of Gale and Viper, but we can but hope, we can but hope. There is no bias here other than the fact that I did think going into this that maybe the answer was going to be Dhalsim, but the fact that Dhalsim's just died tells me that it's not going to be Dhalsim. I think Dhalsim is actually about to lose this round, which is surprising, but it could just simply be the event. It could just simply be the event. So let's just, come on, die, because every point counts here. Every point counts here. So we've got 69. Good number though. Good number. Dhalsim, you did get yourself a good number. Put up a good show in there. Okay, so now it's time for the event. Continuing on with this totally scientific method that I've devised to figure this out. So we're going to do this fight. I'll skip the following 2 fights and then we will try and do the same again. So I need to really keep an eye on the top of the screen here to see what kind of score we are getting, because unless I beat my top score, we would not be able to go in, I don't believe, and get the actual points totals. So we'll see. I think you maybe can through the log, but I'm not entirely sure. But we'll double check, right? So we're going to let this one run through again on auto. I could just press skip, right? But just in case, I am just going to keep an eye on the top of the screen, right? So let's see these numbers. What numbers are we going to get? So 3, 7, 4, 1, 4, 5, 4, 3. Can we break 100 million with her? If we can break 100 million with her, she's going to die first, right? Everyone who is on this experiment is going to die first because they are the back marker, right? And he's going to do his C2 and kill them. So can she go over 100? Right, oh, she died before, we got over 100. Right, we've got over 100, so that's 100 million. 100 million and 6. 100 million and 6. 100 million and 6. So it looks like that was 100 million and 6, right? So we'll put her score down as 106, right? That's what we're putting her score down as. Cool. Totally scientific again. I mean, we'll just call him Scientist Hayes. So I'll pause this and we'll see if we can actually get a number, a proper number. So we got our proper number, 84 million. So Viper, 84 million. 84 million. Happy days. So now it's up comes Gale. So now we have Gale coming in under the exact same conditions, exact same variables. We'll let this one run and then I'll skip the other ones and we'll see who gets the top score, right? Totally scientific, 100% irrefutable, no one can argue. Whatever is the outcome here is the answer. So we shall see, right? We shall see. Gale won round 1 and right now, I wouldn't say he's winning round 2. I would not say he, well maybe he is going to win round 2, actually. Oh, no, I don't know if he is actually. Is he? He needs a big hit here. I think he might have actually, just scraped it there. I think he might have actually just scraped it. We'll see. We will see. So, I'll skip to the results screen and we shall see. And would you actually believe it? Gale got the exact same score as Viper. 84 million. So that is Gale and Viper both sitting on 84 million in this free-to-play EPS throwdown. Now up, and finally the man who I would have put my money on coming into this event as being the person who was going to reign supreme. We have the one and only Dhalsim. Let's run the numbers. So let's see how he actually performs, how he actually gets on here. Ultimately, the main takeaway you're probably going to end up getting from this is it really does depend on the event, right? But I think events like this are actually suited to someone like Dhalsim. He should, in theory, I believe, come out on top here, but I don't know, the numbers so far have been surprising, if I'm being honest. They've not quite panned out how I expected them to, and Dhalsim just got whooped. Dhalsim just got absolutely whooped. So I think the answer is going to be not Dhalsim at all, which is very surprising. So we'll skip that because we've seen that. We don't need to do that anymore. Right, so we'll just skip the rest of these live without me cutting away. Because what's the point? I feel like I should give Dhalsim another chance, but I never gave anyone else another chance. So let's just see, shall we? Stats. 51 million. Dhalsim, 51 million. 51 million. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. So, what's the takeaway? One, you need to build teams to suit your characters, right? You need to, if you want them to shine, you need to build teams to suit your characters. Based on these raw numbers, who is the best free-to-play DPS? Well, if you're a complete noob at the game and you do not know how to tune your teams or make them viable, then the answer is probably Guile. After that, Viper, based on Path of Fire and the event, with absolutely no tuning whatsoever. And who is the worst free-to-play DPS? Hot take, very hot take, Dhalsim. Science, guys, you can't argue with it. Science says that Dhalsim is the worst DPS for free-to-play players in the game. Is that factual? Science says it is. Anyway, guys, I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.